Am I the asshole for refusing to cook after my boyfriend tried to critique my cooking with a literal PowerPoint presentation? So this happened a few days ago, and I'm still trying to process it. For context, I, 28 female, have been with my boyfriend, 30 male, for about 2 years. We live together, and I've always done most of the cooking because I genuinely enjoy it. He claims that he can't even boil water without setting off the smoke alarm. Ooh. The other night, I made one of our favorite meals, and while we were eating, he got a weird smirk on his face, and then he said, "You know what? I've been taking notes." I laugh, thinking he's joking, but then he says, "No, really, I made a presentation." Still, I thought it was a joke until he got up, connected his laptop to the TV, and opened a PowerPoint titled "Improving Our Home Dining Experience."
Oh my God.
I was in disbelief as he went slide by slide critiquing my dishes. Slide 1, too much garlic. Slide 2, pasta consistency. Slide 3, more salt, less sass.
Oh.
The kicker was slide 8, which was just a photo of Gordon Ramsay face palming with the caption, "What he'd think." I was stunned. I told him if he had such detailed opinions, then he should cook himself. He tried to backtrack, saying it was all in good fun and that he was just trying to help, but I wasn't laughing. I haven't cooked since, and now he's been living off of cereal and takeout. He's sulking, saying I'm overreacting, and ruining the joke. So Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to cook after my boyfriend presented me with a PowerPoint critique of my cooking? Okay, so top comment. I had a boyfriend in college who was a really nice guy, but his mom did his laundry. Not let him use her machines, but actually did his laundry for him while she cooked him dinner. One time, he said to me, "If we get married, you'll have to do all the ironing because I don't know how." I replied in a deadpan voice, "I'll teach you." Needless to say, he didn't like that. I was thinking, dude, I don't iron my own clothes. What makes you think I'm going to iron yours? If you're bright enough to make it to college, you can figure out how to iron something. It's not rocket science. So, update. Hey, Reddit. So, it's been a wild ride since I posted my original story about my now ex-boyfriend's infamous PowerPoint presentation critiquing my cooking.
How long? A month?
2 days.
2 days.
Okay.
Not even the same.
The original story is from like 3 days ago.
Okay.
And this one's from 1 day ago.
Okay.
Spicy.
I can't thank you enough for all the support, laughs, and even the outrage on my behalf. Buckle up, because here's the follow-up you didn't know you needed.
Oh no, I'm excited.
I'm scared.
After reading your comments and taking some time to process what happened, I decided that our relationship needed a serious talk. I sat him down to discuss how his presentation came across as not just unfunny, but pretty disrespectful. You know, typical mature relationship stuff. Well, what does he do? He smirks and goes, "Oh, I was prepared for this."
Oh my God.
No, this isn't good.
He actually grabs his laptop, connects it to the TV, and presents me with another PowerPoint titled, "How to Take a Joke, a Comprehensive Guide."
Okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
Out of there.
Yeah.
Out of there.
Yes,
Uppercut
folks,
that, man.
he made a whole slideshow explaining why I needed to learn how to chill out and appreciate humor. Slide 1 featured a meme of a clown putting on makeup with my name plastered over it. Slide 2, a bullet point list titled, "Why Your Overreaction is Hilarious." Slide 3 was titled, "How I'm Clearly the Comedian in This Relationship." At this point, I was too stunned to speak, but then he pulled out slide number 6. Things you can do while not cooking because you're mad. The audacity, right? It was as if he really thought he'd win me over with his next level presentation. Spoiler alert, he didn't. So I did what any rational PowerPoint loving person would do. I made my own. I stayed up all night crafting a presentation called "Why It's Time to Move On, a Farewell Guide." It had everything. Flowcharts mapping his incompetence in the kitchen, pie charts illustrating my happiness before and after the great presentation debacle, and my personal favorite, slide 9, a gif of Gordon Ramsay yelling, "Get out!" This morning, I sat him down and I went through my PowerPoint with the same energy he'd given me. His reaction was priceless. He started with the same smirk, but lost it somewhere around slide 4. Top 10 reasons you're moving out today. By the time I got to the resources for finding your own apartment slide, he was packing a bag. Now, before anyone worries, yes, he did actually leave, and no, I didn't even have to threaten him with slide number 12, which was just a photo of me blocking the Wi-Fi router. So yeah, we broke up, and I'm single, happy, and cooking meals for myself without any critique except my cat's judgmental stare. And to those who said I should make a breakup PowerPoint, just know your wish has been fulfilled. I still can't believe how all this went down over the course of one single weekend, but I now feel pretty good about myself. Thanks for all of your comments and support. P.S. Oh, and fun fact, some of you are right. He's actually a business consultant, so making PowerPoint presentations is quite literally his day job. I guess he took bringing work home to a whole new, unwelcome level.
Am I the asshole for being upset and wanting to file for a divorce when my wife went behind my back and became a surrogate for her best friend and her husband? I, 31 male, have been married to my wife, 31 female, for 4 years. We met during high school, dated, and got married. I'm an introvert, but not antisocial. I can socialize just fine, but for some reason, I've never liked her best friend since high school. E, 31 female. She's always given me bad vibes. She's an extrovert, but to me, she's just someone who often oversteps people's boundaries under the guise of being friendly. Since we started dating, E has always meddled into our relationship, saying that my wife was too good for a nerd like me, and my only redeeming quality was my face. I did tell E to stop, and she did. Now, she's more subtle and passive-aggressive. A year ago, E and her husband of 2 years visited us in our house. It was a weekend, so I was home helping my wife take care of our son, who was 2 at the time. After I put my son to sleep in his crib upstairs, I went down and I overheard their conversation. They were talking about starting medical procedures for a surrogacy. I was appalled. I asked them what they were talking about. They were shocked to even see me downstairs. I told them that I absolutely disagreed, especially because my wife's first pregnancy was very difficult. I was visibly upset and I asked why they made this decision without consulting me. E made her own choice to have her tubes tied at 26. So why can't she consider someone younger or look into adoption? Why does it have to be my wife? An argument started and I told them to leave. Later that day, my wife showed me a text. It was from E and her husband. They apologized, saying they wouldn't proceed with the plan. Last Monday, my wife felt unwell. I took her to the hospital despite her protest, and that's where we found out she was pregnant. I was both happy and worried because of her first pregnancy. She was unusually quiet on the drive home. She then admitted she had secretly undergone IVF procedures since last year. I asked her how she was so sure that it wasn't mine. She told me after every session she was told not to do the deed for 2 weeks. I remember that sometimes. She would refuse because of stress from work, and I always respected that. I felt heartbroken, betrayed, and disrespected. I felt like this was the last straw. She always sided with E and tried to downplay E's disrespectful behavior towards me. So I packed a bag with essentials and left to my parents' house. Before I left, I told her that I was going to file for divorce, and I told my 3-year-old son that I'll be going for a business trip. I haven't picked up her calls or responded to her messages ever since. I miss my son, but I can't talk to him or see him without seeing her. Seeing her would hurt me even more. E and her husband have never reached out to me, showing how little respect they have towards me. My parents, older sister, and my brother-in-law are on my side, but my friends, the rest of her family, and some of my relatives told me to reconsider and think about our 3-year-old son. I will admit I've been crying and drinking all week. The ones who are on her side told me I shouldn't be controlling her and that her body, her choice. It wasn't my intention, but I was just hurt, sad, and disappointed. I truly love her. Why am I upset? Why am I disappointed? I'm not the one that likes to be vulnerable and make a post about things like this, but here I am. So am I the asshole? Absolutely not. You're not the asshole. You are hurt and disappointed because your partner, your wife, someone that you have promised to love, honor, and respect for the rest of your life and did the same to you, chose to make a life-altering decision without you. Even knowing how you felt about it. You feel betrayed because she's basically telling you that how you feel about anything does not fucking matter. You feel hurt because she has not thought about how this is going to affect her, you, or your son. That's why. That is why you are feeling the things that you're feeling. They blatantly lied to your fucking face.